All right, let's dive right in. Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're taking a look at the absolute most important engine in your body, the one that literally keeps you running every single second of the day. Yep, your heart. We're going to break down 10 super simple, totally science-backed daily habits you can start using right now to protect your heart naturally. No confusing medical jargon here, just clear, actionable steps straight from the latest research. So if you're ready to take charge of your cardiovascular health, you are definitely in the right place. Now, I want to anchor this whole explainer right out of the gate with this number 1. Heart disease is currently the number 1 leading cause of death globally. I mean, it's the ultimate global threat. Now, I'm not bringing that up to scare you, but rather to create a little sense of urgency. Because the really incredible thing about heart disease, in a vast majority of cases, it's highly, highly preventable, just through our everyday choices. You know, medical professionals actually give heart disease a pretty terrifying nickname, the silent killer. And here's exactly why it earned that title. These conditions, they usually develop quietly over decades. Things like high blood pressure or rising cholesterol, they don't come with built-in alarm bells. You literally can't feel them happening. There are often zero obvious symptoms until, bam, it becomes a really dangerous emergency. That's exactly why proactive, daily habits are absolutely our best defense against something we can't always feel. So, here's our roadmap for today. We just covered the silent killer. Next up, we'll look at heart-healthy fuel, movement and recovery, protecting your peace, and finally, we'll be busting common heart myths. All right, part 1, heart-healthy fuel, what you eat and drink. So the big takeaway here is that what you put on your plate completely dictates how hard your heart has to work. Let's look at habit number 2, eating more fiber. Think of fiber like a gentle little scrub brush for your blood vessels. Foods packed with fiber actively lower your LDL, that's the bad cholesterol, essentially sweeping it right out of your system. You can easily just toss some beans, whole grains, or maybe an apple into your daily meals. Then we've got habit number 4, reduce added sugar. Look, we all love a sweet treat, right? But those sneaky hidden sugars in sauces, breads, and drinks, they're actively driving conditions like obesity and diabetes, which put a massive, really devastating strain on your heart. Let's move on to habit number 3, choosing healthy fats. Because as you probably know, not all fats are created equal. We want to completely avoid harmful trans fats and really limit those saturated fats that clog up our arteries. Instead, we want to focus heavily on the good stuff, specifically omega-3 fatty acids. A super smart, easy cooking tip, just swap out butter for olive oil next time you're sautéing veggies, or maybe grab a handful of nuts instead of potato chips for a snack. It's a tiny little swap, but man, it has a massive cardiovascular payoff. And hey, we absolutely cannot talk about fuel without hitting on habit number 7, stay hydrated. I know, it almost sounds too simple to be a real health hack, but keeping up with your daily water intake is absolutely crucial for strong blood circulation. When you're dehydrated, your blood literally gets thicker, and that means your poor heart has to pump so much harder just to push it all throughout your body. Simply keeping a water bottle nearby, game changer. It keeps that blood flowing nicely and efficiently. Okay, consider this your bonus grocery list. We've got 5 specific powerhouse foods you should definitely look out for. First, salmon, which is absolutely packed with those omega-3s we just talked about. Then, oats, an incredible source of that cholesterol-scrubbing fiber. Walnuts are perfect for healthy snacking, blueberries, which are just loaded with antioxidants, and finally, leafy greens like spinach and kale to really keep those blood vessels in top shape. Moving right along to part 2, movement and recovery, caring for your body and sleep. Let's talk about habit number 1, walk every day. Listen, you do not need to be some elite marathon runner to have an incredibly strong heart. Simply putting one foot in front of the other isn't just about general fitness. Hitting a daily step goal directly, and I mean drastically, improves your circulation, lowers your blood pressure, and improves your cholesterol levels. It is quite literally one of the most thoroughly researched and proven ways to protect your heart. Which actually brings us to habit number 9, maintain a healthy weight. And specifically here, we really need to talk about belly fat. Visceral fat, that's the kind that gathers around our midsection, is particularly dangerous because it actually surrounds our vital organs and spikes inflammation, which directly leads to heart disease. But the key here, it is definitely not some crazy crash diet. It's all about focusing on sustainable, realistic lifestyle habits that you can maintain over years, not just a few weeks. Now, all of that daily movement absolutely requires recovery. 7 to 9. That right there is the magic number for habit number 5. You need 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every single night. While you're asleep, Your body is hard at work. It's recovering, it's repairing cells, and critically, it's regulating your blood pressure. If you consistently cut your sleep short, your blood pressure just stays elevated way longer, and that puts a lot of chronic stress right on your heart. All right, let's shift gears to part 3, protecting your peace, stress management, and medical care. This brings us to habit number 6, manage stress. See, when you're chronically stressed, your body just gets flooded with cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart rate shoots up, your blood vessels constrict, and over time, that long-term tension physically harms the muscle of the heart itself. But you can combat this with 4 super practical steps. Try some deep breathing exercises, maybe short meditation sessions, daily walks to clear your head, or honestly, just engaging in hobbies that actually bring you joy. It's literal medicine for your heart. We also have to address habit number 8, don't smoke. Look, smoking causes severe, direct damage by literally hardening your arteries and creating plaque buildup. But, and this is the amazing part, the human body is remarkably forgiving. The second you quit, your body begins this rapid recovery process. I mean, within just a single year of quitting, your risk of a heart attack drops dramatically. It's never too late. So a huge part of all of this is just knowing exactly where you stand, which is habit number 10, regular health checkups. Remember earlier when we talked about the silent killer hiding in the shadows? Well, to bring it out into the light, you need your doctor to regularly monitor 3 exact metrics: your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and your blood sugar. Getting an early detection of any imbalances in those 3 specific areas gives you the power to reverse them way before they become dangerous. Now, looking at all of this, you might be sitting there asking yourself a question I hear all the time. Am I too young for heart disease? Well, it's a totally fair question, and honestly, it's the perfect pivot into our final, highly requested segment. Part 4, busting common heart myths, fact versus fiction. All right, let's rapidly debunk the top 3 myths out there today. First up, heart disease is absolutely not just for the elderly. Actually, scratch that, plaque buildup can literally begin in your 20s. Crazy, right? Second, being thin on the outside does not automatically mean your heart is healthy on the inside. You can be thin and still have sky-high cholesterol or terrible blood pressure. And third, supplements cannot replace a healthy diet. Popping a vitamin pill is not going to magically undo the damage of a poor diet and sitting on the couch all day. True heart health requires proactive, holistic lifestyle choices. Okay, so here is your action plan. First and foremost, obviously, always consult your healthcare professional for personal medical advice before making any major lifestyle changes. But my challenge to you today is this. Please do not feel overwhelmed by this list of 10 habits. Just pick one. Seriously, commit to starting just one new habit today. Drink an extra glass of water, take a quick 10-minute walk around the block, swap out one sugary snack. Just start with one. As this final quote reminds us, healthy habits today can protect your heart for years to come. It's all about the long game, folks. The small, everyday choices you make right now compound into a much longer, more vibrant life. So I'm going to leave you with this question. If you could add just 5 healthier years to your life, what would you do with them? And which of these 10 habits are you going to start today to earn them? If you found this explainer helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Stay curious,